Yeah. The Committee on the Whole is back in session. We are now at the sections of amendments. Do we have any amendments, Senator Kelly?
Sejus Maasi, I do have an amendment. The amendment is to amend Section 2 of the bill, page 2, line 1. Section 2, appropriation to the Guam Police Department. The sum of $200,000 is hereby appropriated from the general fund in fiscal year 2019 to the Guam Police Department to assist with the deterrence and reporting of criminal activity. Funds shall be used to purchase, operate, and maintain security cameras and related equipment in public areas. Notwithstanding any other provision of law, this appropriation shall continue to be available until expended and is not subject to transfer for use of any other purpose. So if I could explain the amendment just a bit. Let me get back to it. Ugh. Sorry, technology. Okay. So, as has been discussed here and as we all know, the procurement process in the government of Guam, it's complex and it's a lengthy process. This amendment provides the necessary time so that the intent of the bill is not lost due to really what boils down to a technical issue. We heard the Chief of Police say that for this type of equipment, the current timeline provided for procurement may be too short to procure it within our detailed and many-layered procurement process. Now, we want to ensure that we provide adequate time so that no part of the process is constricted or curtailed in any way. We want everyone to be provided an equal opportunity to bid when we get to that stage and otherwise participate as required by law. That is what our procurement process and our law is set up to do, provide that equality, provide for that thoughtfulness. I too had my reservations about this bill being added onto the agenda. But as we explored the issue further and we had our committee of the whole and we got to hear from the variety of our good senators and the chief of police and others, it came to my mind that I noted that we were here really because of critical timelines. So for example, we are here because of the bill to issue the bond for the landfill. The landfill will continue to be here, it will continue to function, but it is the timeline of the bill to issue the bond that is what is critical. So same here, the nature of this bill, it's on a critical timeline in that every day that procurement process is delayed by us not passing the bill and potentially getting it signed into law, there is the potential that crime will be committed rather than hopefully deterred in those locations. After this bill passes, as we heard, it can take 3 months to get those processes ready, even before the request for bids goes out. So again, I want to provide the adequate time so that the intent, which I believe we all agree to the intent, or at least most of us do, and we all, to that, we all just a few weeks ago, we all unanimously, to the best of my recollection, voted in with confidence this chief of police. So on his mind and on his shoulders, I have every belief that he will see this process through as expeditiously as possible, but I don't want to have that process cut short just because of a technical timeline. Sejus Masi.
Thank you, Senator Kelly. Does any of the senators would like to speak on behalf of the amendment? No, none? Are there any objection to the amendment? No objection. So the amendment passes. Senator Telo-Taitigui, do you have a motion, ma'am?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. A motion to rise out of Committee of Whole with a recommendation to pass.
Are there any objection? No objection. We are now rising from the Committee of the Whole, and we are at recess.
The 35th Guam Legislature is back from recess. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll recognize Senator Telo-Taitigui. Please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, there's so much I wanted to say through the deliberations of this afternoon's session, and hearing the comments from individuals, the concerns, but I think I'm just going to bypass that because, the importance is that we need this bill through, so I'm going to bypass that and go straight to the motion. And Madam Speaker, again, I'd like to thank you, and I wish to report back to the body that Bill 1325, as amended in Committee of the Whole, was deliberated and discussed with the recommendation to pass, and I move to place Bill 1325 to the third reading file.
Senator Taitigui, it's Bill 132-35 COR.
Bill 132-35.
COR.
COR, yes.
As amended.
Yes, ma'am. As amended.
On that motion, without any objections, Motion carries. Vice Speaker, Majority Leader Nelson, can you recess to 5 per legal? Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I'd like to make a motion to recess to 5 o'clock today.
To vote. To vote. To vote.
To vote.
Thank you, Majority.
Well, I can state why we will recess when we return, but we can recess to 5 o'clock today. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
On that motion, without any objection, motion carries.